How's your heart today? There are stories you never find in books, scars you can't see on the surface, and battles fought quietly behind a smile. This is the story of a woman who grew up too fast, not because she wanted to, but because life gave her no choice. Childhood shadows. Her childhood should have been full of innocence, laughter and playgrounds, bedtime stories, a safe place to dream. But for her, childhood became survival. She didn't learn to dream, she learned to hide. Joy was replaced by fear. Trust became dangerous. She wore a smile while her heart broke, acted strong while she was crumbling inside. Children should be shielded, yet she was the one holding up the roof of a collapsing home. Growing up too quickly. By her teenage years, she was already tired. Her mind was old, her heart still fragile. Instead of discovering who she was, she buried everything. Her self-esteem, her trust in others, even her childhood memories. Her brain was still developing, but already scarred. Those scars shaped the way she saw herself. The silent struggle. On the outside, she looked fine. She went to school. She laughed with friends. She had moments of joy. But when silence came, the demons returned. She didn't want doctors, didn't want medication, didn't want to face her problems. Her pain was too fresh. Touching it felt like reopening a wound. So she hid, behind habits that hurt her, behind distance that pushed people away, behind walls that kept her safe, but left her lonely. A star lost in the galaxy. Have you ever seen a faint star in the sky and wondered if it was still alive? That was her. She drifted, lost in her own galaxy of pain, looking at happy families from afar, wishing she had one. She prayed for a fresh start, wondered if God even heard her. She carried her parents' baggage, the fights, the neglect, the wounds that weren't hers, yet sat heavy on her shoulders. And slowly, she began unraveling. The mirror. Her hardest battles were in silence. Every morning the mirror showed a stranger, confidence almost gone, self-love barely there, scars both visible and hidden, reminded her of everything she survived. Her reflection wasn't an enemy, it was a hostage. She didn't need to be fixed, she just needed to be seen, loved, without feeling invisible. Words that wounded. They say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. Words cut deeper than any blade. The names, the insults, they built her prison. She learned to wear filters, to hide her true self, to adjust so no one would see how much she hated the girl in the mirror. Breaking the silence, but trauma doesn't vanish, it waits, it lingers, until one day you can't ignore it anymore. Her walls collapsed, the pain resurfaced, the little girl inside her cried out for help, and this time, she listened. The turning point. Healing didn't come in one dramatic moment. It came in small steps. Learning to breathe again. Forgiving herself for things never her fault. Acknowledging that her pain was real. She began writing her feelings down. Speaking honestly even if her voice shook. Letting herself cry instead of holding it in. Healing wasn't about forgetting. It was about reclaiming her story. Finding light, she realized she wasn't broken. She was surviving. She wasn't weak, she was enduring. And slowly, new meaning appeared. In friendships built on honesty. In people who saw her scars and didn't flinch. In quiet moments where she could breathe again. Her soul's fire hadn't burnt out. It was waiting for oxygen. And when she gave herself permission to heal, that fire flickered back to life. The message, if you hear this and feel her story, could be yours. Remember this, you are not alone. Your scars don't erase your worth. Your pain doesn't define your future. The child still living inside you, the one carrying the weight for so long, deserves kindness. Healing is messy. It's not a straight line. But every small step forward is proof of strength. Your story isn't just about trauma. It's about survival. And survival means strength. Tonight, as you close your eyes, let these words settle. You are still here. Which means hope is still here too. Rest, breathe. When tomorrow comes, take one small step, even if you feel like a